Good morning everyone. Welcome to the class of antenna and wave propagation. This is video lecture number 3 and here we will continue with the coordinate system. I am Mr. Himanshu Nagpal, Assistant Professor in EC Department of AKGC Ghaziabad. Now in the last lecture we had studied about the rectangular coordinate system, and today we will study about the cylindrical coordinate system. The three types of coordinate system we will study in this lecture. First, that is first one is rectangular coordinate system, and another name is of rectangular coordinate system is the Cartesian coordinate system. Now another coordinate system which we will study today is the cylindrical coordinate system. And today we will also study about the next coordinate system, that will be the spherical coordinate system. Clear? So let's start with the cylindrical coordinate system. Cylindrical coordinate system. In this cylindrical coordinate system, this one is, let's say this one is x, y and z, three dimensions of the space. This one is, in this we will, if I say in cylindrical coordinate system, let's say this is point P, this is point P, which is in rectangular coordinate system. This point P is represented by x, y, z, and in cylindrical coordinate system this point P is represented by coordinates rho, phi and z. So these are the cylindrical coordinates, means this coordinate system represented by rho, phi and z. Now see, if I say I have to reach this point P. Now I will take this path. First I will reach at this point, then I will take a turn in arc system, and at this point this angle is phi, and then I will go from here and reaches to this point. It means this is the way to reach this point P. Or I can say in cylindrical coordinate system, if I say rho, phi and z, they all are what? Variables. Then overall figure we will get with what? Cylindrical. And this represents the phi. Clear? Now see, if this is a cylinder, and this cylinder has a radius rho, so it means this will be the row. Clear? And this one is the phi. This one is row and this one is represents the z. So you will see here that phi is the angle between the positive x-axis to the point of projection of P in xy plane is the, and this phi always move in anti-clockwise direction. So to make a cylinder, this phi ranges from what? 0 to 2 pi, and this row is what? Radius of cylinder. So radius of cylinder rho is ranges from what? 0 to infinity, and z is the represents what? Z represents the height of cylinder. So it ranges from what? Minus infinity to infinity. Clear? Now see, this graph represents what? Relationship between the Cartesian coordinate system and the spherical coordinate system. You will see here that this one is x, this one is y, and this represents the z. Now take this now if I say this one is rho and this one is phi, if I say take this triangle, from this triangle you will say that you will get what? X equal to rho cos phi, and from this triangle you will get what? Y equal to rho 90 degree minus में phi. Clear? And that will become y equal to rho sin phi. So you will get what? Y equal to rho sin phi. Clear? So this one is the relationship between the Cartesian coordinate system and the cylindrical coordinate system, that x equal to rho cos phi, y equal to rho sin phi, and z equal to z. Clear? This one is the rectangular coordinate system and this one is the cylindrical coordinate system. Clear? Now you will see here, on adding equation 1 and 2, you will get x square and add the equation 1 number and 2 number, you will get x square equal to plus y square equal to rho square. That will be rho equal to under root of x square plus y square, and z will remain same. Now you will also see that if I want to calculate the phi, you will, how you will get? Divide these two equations, divide equation 2 with 1, you will get what? Y by x equal to tan phi, and then you will get phi equals to what? Tan inverse of y by x. Clear? So this one is the relationship between the rectangular coordinate system and the cylindrical coordinate system. Now we will see here. Now see, this one is the relationship, this one which I have already explained. In cylindrical coordinate system, a vector is represented by a rho, a cap rho, plus में a phi, a cap phi, plus में a z, a cap z. So if I want to calculate the magnitude of a vector, you will get a vector, magnitude of a vector is this one, equal to root of under root of a square rho plus में a square phi plus में a square z. Now this represents the vector transformation from cylindrical coordinate system to what? Rectangular coordinate system. Now we'll see here, if I say at this point, if I want to calculate at this point unit vectors, you will see here that this one is the rho, so a cap rho will be now. See this one, I just draw another diagram. Now if I want to calculate the unit vectors at this point, let's say this point is A, you will see here this row, direction of rho is this one, so a cap a rho will be in this direction, phi is moving in this direction, so you will see here that a phi will be in this direction and z will be in this direction. Clear? Now we'll see here, this phi is what? This phi represents the tangential component. इस point पे tangential component in this anti-clockwise direction, you will get a cap phi. Now you will see here that az will be in this direction, a phi will be in this direction. Now just represent this one, is a cap z in this direction, a phi represent this direction, and a rho will represent this direction. So you will see here that at every point a cap rho will be perpendicular to a cap phi will be perpendicular to a cap z. Now similarly, if I want to calculate at this point unit vectors at this point, so you will see here, just draw the top of the cylinder. You will see here, if I say this one is the center, a cap rho will be in this direction, phi will be, phi is in the direction, you will see a phi will be, and az will be in this direction. Clear? Now if I want to calculate, now see, if I want to calculate the direction of unit vector at this point, now you will see here, this one is rho, so this one is the a cap rho, phi is in this direction, you will see that phi is moving in this direction, so you will see here at this direction a cap phi, and a cap z, z is in this direction, you will see here z will be in this direction. So in this case also a cap rho perpendicular to a cap phi will be perpendicular to a cap z. Clear? Now see, this one is the vector transformation from ax, ay, az, from a rho, a phi, az to ax, ay, az. Just multiply these two vectors. I have just multiplied that like this one. Multiply the unit vectors of a rho, a phi, az. This one. Now when you will multiply these two vectors, you will get a cap z, a cap x dot a cap rho, a cap x dot a cap phi. You will get this one. Now see, vector transformation, that transformation of vector a from a rho, a phi, az, this one is phi, to ax, ay, az. You will see here that ax, ay, az will be equal to cos phi minus sin phi 0, sin phi cos phi 0, 0, 0, 1, a rho, a phi, az. Now you will see here that, as you know that what, x equal to what, rho cos phi, y equal to rho sin phi, and z equal to z. You will see that x, a cap x cos phi, rho, a rho, a phi sin phi, a phi, you will thus z equal to, here this will be 0. Clear? Because here z has no rho component. Now just differentiate column 1 with respect to phi. Cos phi का differentiation will be minus sin phi differentiation cos phi, another one will be 0. Now these two elements will be 0, third row will be third column will be, that first two columns will be 0 and the rest one will be non-zero, that will be 1. So this one is the another method to transform from cylindrical coordinate system to rectangular coordinate system. Clear? Now if I say I want to calculate a rho, a phi, az and that will be equals to what? Here ax, ay, az. So just transpose this matrix. Just take a transpose of this matrix. You will get cos phi, sin phi, 0, minus sin phi, cos phi, 0, 0, 0, 1. Clear? Just take a transpose of this matrix. You will get the vector transformation from rectangular coordinate system to cylindrical coordinate system. So this one is the vector transformation from cylindrical coordinate system to rectangular coordinate system to cylindrical coordinate system. You will get this one matrix or transpose of this one will be this one. Now next one is the next coordinate system is the spherical coordinate system. Now in this spherical coordinate system, the space is represented by r theta, sorry, r theta and phi. Clear? And what is r theta and phi? If I say spherical coordinate system, it means that the whole space or whole space coordinate, if I say all are infinite or invariable, you will get the sphere. Just like a ball. So at every point in the space is represented by, if I say this is r1 theta phi 1, you will at this point you will get what? P r1 theta 2 phi 2. Clear? Now if I say similarly, I want to reach at point P, and the another method to reach at point P will be what? Take a projection of this point P in xy plane, you will get phi, and then take an angle from this point, you will get theta. So you will reach at this point, that is P. Clear? So phi will always, I have already told you, phi will always calculate when in anti-clockwise direction. And phi is the angle between positive x-axis to the point of projection of point P in xy plane. Clear? And theta is the angle between the positive z x-axis to the point P. Remember, theta will move from top to bottom. It can be moved in anti-clockwise or clockwise. both direction, means it can move in this direction and also in this direction. Clear? So theta, to have a complete sphere, you will see that phi will range from 0 to 2 pi. Phi will range from 0 to 2 pi, and theta, for a complete sphere, theta will move top to bottom 0 to pi, and here top to bottom in this direction 0 to pi. You will get theta will move from 0 to pi and phi will move from 0 to 2 pi, and r is the what? R is the radius of sphere, which can be ranged from 0 to infinity. Clear? Now see, if I want to calculate the direction of unit vectors, means if I want to calculate the direction of unit vectors at this point P, you will see here that phi at this point P, r is the what? Radial distance from the origin of the sphere to the center of the sphere to the point of observation. You can also say that r is the radial distance from center of sphere to the point of observation that is P. Clear? So you will see here that this is r, the unit vector of r will be a cap r here. Now phi is in this direction, so you will say at this point same phi will be moving this direction, and at this direction you will get the tangential component, means at this direction you will get the tangential component a cap phi. Clear? And theta will move in top to bottom. You will see here theta will move in at this point, you will get theta will be in this direction. You will see here that a cap r, a cap phi, you will see here that it is not the angle, this angle will be like this one. If I say at this point, this one, you will see here that a cap r is in this direction, phi is in this direction, just this one, and phi and theta will be top to bottom, means this one. So these all are will be what? 90 degree to each other. Clear? Now we will see here that a cap r will be perpendicular to a cap theta will be perpendicular to a cap phi. At every point these three unit vectors will always be 90 degree to each other. So if I say this will be always 90 degree to each other, you will see that when I say these are all 90 degree to each other, you will see that the dot product of a cap dot a cap r will be equal to a cap theta dot a cap theta will be equal to 1. Similarly, these are all 90 degree, a cap r will be perpendicular to 90 degree, sorry, a cap theta. It means that their dot product, that means when I say that will cos theta, so cos theta will be 90 degree, cos theta cos 90 degree will be 0, that will answer will be 0. Now if I take the cross product of this a cap r, a cap theta will be equal to what? You will see here that take a, these are all 90 degree. If I say the cross product of a cap r and a cap theta, you will get what? Direction, resultant direction vector will be what? In the a cap phi. Clear? Now if I take the cross product of these two vectors, a cap theta cross a cap phi, you will get direction vector will be the a cap r. Clear? If I say cross product of these two vectors, means if I say these are the moving in this direction, a cap phi cross of a cap r, you will get the unit vector will be this one, a cap phi. Or the another method to have the to get this direction unit vector, you will get what? You will see that take this in this direction, a cap r, a cap theta, a cap phi. You will see, take this in anti-clockwise direction, you will see here that a cap r cross a cap theta will be a cap phi, and if I say this a cap r, a cap theta cross a cap phi will be a cap r, and if I cross product of these two vectors, a cap phi cross a cap r will be equal to what? A cap theta. Now if I say if I just multiply these two vectors in different order, means a cap theta cross a cap r, you will get the minus of a cap phi. Clear? So this one is the, so here I'll just conclude the spherical coordinate system till today. In the next lecture we will continue with the spherical coordinate system, and we will see the vector transformation from spherical coordinate into the cylindrical and from spherical coordinate into the rectangular system. The references which I have taken for preparing these slides, that is the Principle of Electromagnetics by Matthew and Sadico. Thank you.